Namaskar. Today, again, I Snesh Chatterjee. I'm here on my YouTube channel Future Politics of India with a new talk on a new topic. And today, please be careful when you are reading the thumbnail. May you are reading that politicians versus leaders? No, there is written politician or leaders. This question is for your career, for the future of you, and as well as for the future politics of India. So start a new topic, new talk on future politics of India on my YouTube channel, and I'm sure that today's talk is going to be much more important for your career also, that which you should choose, politician or leader. I'm not insisting you to be a leader, to be a politician. You can stay common person, but to be a leader is very much important for your career also. When you can lead yourself, then you can lead the world, then you can lead the nation, but at first lead yourself. So in from every dimensions, this topic is very much important. So let's start. When we are asked about politician or leader, then we find that politician versus leader, as I have said. And in YouTube, you can search, in Google you can search, then you can find there are many videos about politician versus leader, many thesis about politician versus leader. But what is the actual theory, what is the actual knowledge? That is politics something different from leader? Cannot a ideal leader be a politician? These questions arrive to our minds, and what other people say, we say that thing, that politician is not leader, leader is not politician. I want to say in my speech that politician is nothing but a leader, leader is nothing but a politician. Rather, leader is politician always, but it is not must, it is not necessary that politician is always a leader. Can you understand it? It is a simple theory, and in your classes in mathematics you have also started with such theories in real numbers, in number lines, I think. And it is a broad spectrum of such theories, that every politician must not be leader, but every leader must be a politician, a good politician. And why? Because politics consists everything. Politics consists leadership. And what is leadership? Leadership is that where every people will feel secure in Mother India. Leadership is that which will lead all the people. A leader never begs for victory like the other politicians, like the other leaders, means who are said to be leader in our society. Who are said to be leader in our society, many of them are not really leader. We say everyone a leader. We say Winston Churchill a leader. We say Hafiz Saeed a leader. We say Dawood a leader. We say Osama bin Laden a leader. But they are not leader. They are terrorists. So we should know what is the difference between leaders and terrorists. And there is no difference between leaders and politicians. So keep your ideas very clear, very pure. That many times you think that Atal Bihari Vajpayee or APJ Abdul Kalam were good leaders for India and the others were politicians. No, they were also politicians, and they were much more good politicians than others. That's why we say that they are good leaders. So this concept should be clear for our future, for the future of nation, because your first priority is to be a leader. Because if you can lead yourself, then you can lead the nation. I have already said, and that I was saying, that leader never begs for victory, leader snatches victory. And it is also said by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and other patriots that we will not beg for victory, we will snatch the victory. Leader leads the people, the common people, to victory. And in my last speech personification, I have already said why leaders and common peoples are different, totally different. In society, if we can divide society in two parts, it may not be about rich poor, it may not be about mediocrity or others. It will be about leadership and common people. That common people is a sector of society, and leaders are another sector of society. And I have already said it in my past speech. So in this speech, I have to categorize leader, I have to categorize politicians. And we can understand from my introduction, you can understand from my introduction, that leaders have important role in future politics of India, future politics of nation. But what is the role of politicians? Then I can give an allegory, an allegorical word, that politicians are weapons and leaders are warriors. Can you understand it? That what is the main duty of a warrior is to save his nation, is to save his natives, and is to save his brotherhood. And what is the duty of a weapon? The duty of weapon is to work for leader. So politicians are only made for working for leader? No, politicians are not only made for working for leader. Politicians are like teachers who teach the society, and leaders are like priests. Priests never teach the society. Yes, priests are also teachers, but many a times they have much more important role in society than teacher. That you can understand from your village, from your city, that a person may not obey the teacher, a student may not obey the teacher, but he obeys the priest. He thinks that the priest is like the god, because the priest is servitor of God. And people of India should think that a leader is the servitor of God, the real God, and the real God is Mother India, and politicians are our teacher who will teach us. And it is also the responsibility of politicians that they should be a good teacher. A teacher cannot have any spam. A teacher cannot have any corruption. So politicians should be careful about these thoughts for future India, for future politics of India. And what about leaders? What about common peoples? And what is the connection between leaders and common people? If there is no common connection, then you will say that it is inequality. As I am saying, the society should be divided into two parts, leaders and common people. Why I am saying? Because we should not interfere in leaders' personal life, because personal life is not much more important for nation. Maybe leader has some personal affairs, but it is not much more important. Yes, if leader has any spam, then you can find it, but not his personal relationship or others. So what is important for leader? That for leader, what is he doing for the sake of nation? Is he always opposing the nation, or is he always supporting the nation? We should know this. If he is against our nation, he is not a leader, he is a terrorist, he is not for India. And if he is going through the nation, if he is creating a new nation, if he is creating the natives for a new future of nation, future of India, then he is a good leader, and he is like the god, he is like the priest. So these are intellectual thoughts. What is the logic behind it? Because India is an equal country. India is a country of equality. It is said by constitution, it is not my word. So why I am saying that leaders are different, totally different from common people? Because leaders have some administrative role to play, and leaders are not born. It is not an innate property. It is not an innate quality. As I have said also in my last speech, leaders make their fortune, make their fate. In whatever may be the situation, leader keeps the situation in his favor, in the favor of nation. If nation is going through a pandemic, then also the leader leads the nation to a good future. And leaders' first work is to show the hope to natives. If there is no hope, if a leader is always finding the negativity, then he is not a good leader. Leader should find the positivity. Yes, leader should know about the negativity, but leader should remind what is the positivity in the nation. Then he is a good leader. He is a leader who can lead the nation for a nation where everyone will think that I will be the next leader. And another thought is very much important, that you can find that many times when our peoples are going to abroad, then the foreigners are saying in such a manner that which is a very poor behavior. And when they are finding that black guy from India, today these trend is not so much, but in some days ago also there was this trend. And this black white trend is today also, as you know about George Floyd and others. So when a person is going from India, then maybe the Chinese, maybe the Americans, maybe the Britons, or maybe the foreigners are saying that, oh, he is a black guy and he hates or the foreigner hates the black guy. So then our Indians should not feel that I am alone. They should feel that I am backed up by my leader, and if anyone try to hate me, then the leader is being hated. And this is the main thing, that leader should remind the people of nation that you are under my leadership, and when you are under my leadership, I am like your father, I am like your parents who will take care of you. And not only taking care of you, if anyone comes to hate you, anyone comes to hate my motherland, anyone comes to hate my brothers, then I will not keep quiet. Maybe it will be a socio-economical war, maybe it will be a physical war, maybe it will not be a war, but I will not keep quiet. I will have some good steps, good actions, and some violent actions against those persons who are hating my brothers, who are hating my brother India, who are hating my motherland. So this is a leader. This spirit is leader. Leader is not any person, as I was saying about personification in my last speech. Leader is not only a person. Leader is a spirit. Leader should not be personified. That's why leaders' personal career, leaders' personal affairs should not be found. Leaders' creative approach should be found. And that's all about leader. These things, if you can understand it, then I am sure that in future you are going to be a good leader for the nation, for yourself, because to keep your lifeboat, or to keep your life journey forever, to keep your life journey happy, you should be a good leader. And also, leader is something exceptional and that everyone cannot do, leader can do. Even a politician cannot do, leader can do. And as I am saying, that leader is a politician. And one thing to remember for you, that I am going to talk about another theory, that leader means the ideology of nation, but politician means the ideology of himself. And leader is the perfect combination of politics and leadership. Also, the leader should not think that I am something exceptional. People should think that leader is exceptional. People should obey the leader. But leader should think that I am like a common person. If the leader cannot think that I am a common person, then the leader cannot know what is brotherhood. Who are my brothers? 135 crores are my brothers, are my sisters, are my fathers, are my mothers. This is my motherland. This is my India. Leader should have this sort of thoughts, this sort of mentality. And when a leader is going through this mentality of nationalism, then I am sure that the people of nation, people of India will go through that nationalism, which nationalism is brought by the leader. Every people will be feeling that I am secure under his leadership. And when we are talking about politician, this is also a huge sector. That what is politics, what is politician, we know this. But what is the real definition of politician? I am not going for any books, I am not going for any thesis. The real definition for politician is his own ideology. Politician makes his own ideology, and I have said leader makes his not only his own ideology, leader makes the nation's ideology. What nation think, leaders think so. If people believe in God, leaders should believe in God. If the majority of people, if the majority of Indians believing in God, if the majority of Indians believing in nationalism, if the majority of Indians believing in equality, if the majority of India believing in brotherhood, leaders should believe in that. But if the majority of India is saying that if we should bring the war, then the leader should think for that. I'm not insisting the leader, but leader should think for that, because leader is like a common person. Yes, common persons should think that leader is something exceptional, but leader should think that what peoples are saying, what is the demand of majority of India, that is the demand of mine. And politician is only for his own ideology. Leader is also a politician, but a perfect politician is for his own ideology. He shows his own ideology. As I have said, that he is a teacher. What teachers do in our class, that they says their own ideology. Many times it may consist about the ideologies which is taken from books, but it is not the primary duty of a politician to bring the nation's ideology or to spread the nation's ideology. If a politician can spread the nation's ideology, what people are thinking, if a politician can think so, then the politician is a leader. But why politicians should exist in this nation? Because for a good future nation, teachers are very much important. If there are no teachers, then what will common people do? If politicians are not going to tell us the truth, if politicians are not going to tell us what is going on, then what is the future? And you may be amazed to hear, it is my thought that leaders can say, leaders have the right to say the lie for the sake of nation. Leader can say a lie. And in many parts we have seen that leaders are saying a lie. Many lies are stuck in India for the sake of nationalism. If these lies are not kept, then if the truth comes, then maybe our nationalism gets depressed. People loves to hear these lies. So why you go against the lies? And this theory is applicable for many parts. You may think that always truth is good. Always truth is good for a politician, not for a leader. Leader should bring the lie also for the sake of nationalism. This is the main thing, that nationalism. And what do you learn from nationalism? Ask yourself. I'm not going to tell you. What do I learn? I learn about leadership from nationalism. And what do you learn? Ask yourself and write in the comment section. So these sort of thoughts about politician or leader, this is not that politician versus leader. I hope you have already understood that politicians are not against leader. Politicians are also leaders, and leaders are also politicians. Every politician is not leader. Leaders' primary duties, politicians' primary duties, common people's primary duties should be established, should be defined in our society. If they are not defined, then how can we think for a future politics of India and for something exceptional from rat race? We all go for a rat race. We all find the opportunity, but leader does not go for a rat race. Leader goes for making an opportunity. We find the opportunity, leader makes the opportunity. We find when we will get the chance, leader finds when the nation will get the chance. And this is the difference from leader and common people. May you understand today's talk, may you thought about today's talk. And at last I want to say, in the conclusion I want to say that leaders should be judged also, because every human has ambiguity of mind. It is the established theory by many people that what I am saying today, tomorrow may I say the hypocrisy. This is the human mind. It is not the fault of any person. It is human mind. And that's why if today leader is good, then tomorrow he can be bad. So there should be opposition. There should be some criticize of leader not by his personal life, maybe for his work, but opposition should not be blind. When a leader is doing something good for nationalism, then opposition should not be blind, and opposition should not always oppose the leader. I can give you example that some days ago we have found that our Prime Minister Narendra Modi was having a confidential meeting with many persons in the issue of Kashmir, and it was very much good. That may be opposition against a leader, but opposition should not be blind. For the sake of nationalism, leader should talk with oppositions, and oppositions or politicians should talk with leader. And for this sort of thoughts something difference in politician and leader, we think that politician versus leader. No, it is not right. Politician or leader, always remember it, and it is very much important for your future also. And that's all for today's talk. And one thing I want to say, that in your career you should choose if you are wanting to be a leader or a politician. If you are wanting to be a leader, then at first you should be politician. How can you be politician? By working on your duties. It is written in every holy books like Gita and other books, Quran, Bible, every holy books, that your mind should be in your work. And if you can have patience in your work, if you can have motivation in your work, then you are going to be a good leader for yourself, for the future nation. Namaskar.